We've had some pretty big fights about this, and I'm
fucking
not sure
rookie
how
mistake.
to solve. Can you shut the fuck up?
Sorry, just rookie mistake. Keep going. And welcome back to Give It To Me Straight.
I'm Alex.
And I am John.
And we are your
gracious hosts.
I think we looked at all different
cameras.
It's fine.
So,
how are you?
Fantastic. I'm feeling productive today.
That's good.
I wish we recorded this earlier, but it's okay.
I feel like I had a more productive Monday and Tuesday. Well, today's Tuesday for when this drops, but we're recording on a Wednesday.
Right. This whole week's been productive.
That's what I mean. I feel like I've done like 2 weeks of work within 2 days.
Just keep grinding.
Done.
I think I need to get out of that like mindset of don't put off tomorrow what you could do today or whatever, you know?
You mean you don't want to think like that, or you do want to think like that?
Because I do think like that. It makes me want to like constantly be like staying ahead of the game, which then that makes us like
we're always
want to lose our minds.
Going.
I know.
Yeah. I just think that like you have to set a timeline for the amount of work that like you're going to do in a day and then stop at that time. And then whatever you don't get done, just push
We've
it
said
tomorrow.
that so many times and then we never do it.
And then it's 9 o'clock.
I know.
And
I know. It's crazy.
It's fine. But
It's
how was your
good.
week?
Good. I want to update last colonoscopy update you're getting.
Are you sure?
Because I didn't say it last time because I don't think we knew.
No, I mean, I doubt this will be the last one. I feel like you'll
For
probably make a PSA in
3 years it will be.
Okay.
The polyp was precancerous.
Well, don't they say they're all precancerous?
I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure because you can have like benign.
I heard from someone that all polyps eventually turn to cancer. That's what I heard.
I don't know.
Maybe
I'm
you're the fact
I'm
man.
not saying yes or no.
You're the fact man. You have to
I'll have to
check
look
it.
that up at some point. But this one was precancerous that they
It's a
said
good
it's
thing
going
you
to
went. It's a good
lead to
thing you went.
cancer. So I'm going to go get my butthole checked again 3 years from now.
Good.
They said 5, but like, why wait, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like they also said go when you're 50 and you're 35 and they found one. So.
If I went, I'd be dead. I wouldn't even be at 50.
Maybe you wouldn't be dead, but you would maybe need cancer treatments.
I don't know. I mean, they are pretty fast, like growing, I would say.
What causes them?
I don't know. I think like from like what we eat, we don't normally eat like processed food that much, but like growing up, I did. Fast food, whatever, just eating shit probably affects your like growth of polyps. Anyways, whatever. It's out of my colon.
Much.
We're good.
It's great.
So that's the update for the week.
That's good.
We got some exciting news.
Yes. That's what's so fun about what we do and like what I love about our job, even though we really can't complain. Although we feel like we work all the time, like it's so fun what we get to do.
We're very lucky.
And it's
sure.
so exciting because we never know how 1 week is going to differ from the next. And so we got an opportunity to go to Paris. With Netflix. I'm super stoked.
I'm pumped.
I took, I don't know, like probably 7 years of French total. And I was like, wow, I know no French. Like I don't remember any.
And we are French.
I'm not as French as you are, but I downloaded Duolingo.
Sure.
I don't know, but my other creator friends, I feel like post about it. So I was like, let me just download this app. And I got to skip the beginner course.
Wow.
That's how much I remember.
I'm relying on you.
So like I could translate for us. I'm going to say, Je m'appelle Alex.
John.
Like my name's Alex and you're John. And j'aime mon chien Kobe. I love my dog Kobe.
Kobe's not coming with us, so
and
I don't know.
And then je voudrais la glace.
It doesn't
I would
matter.
like ice cream. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
All I want to know is el toilet.
Nope, that's
I need to know where
toilette.
the toilet is.
La toilette.
Steak and Fritz. Toilet and steak and Fritz is really all I need.
Okay. Well, la toilette or les toilettes or languages are so hard.
Yeah, but I feel like you can kind of like
make your way around.
Yeah. We'll find out. But anyway, so it's like crazy what we do is because 1 minute we're like not doing anything, and then the next day it's like we're fucking slammed doing stuff, or like we get invited to things and you can't say no. But the hard thing is you can't make plans.
I was just gonna say it makes it really difficult to make plans, and but at the same time it's exciting. Like there's pros and cons to both.
Right. So cool though. It's
which
so
is why
crazy.
we had to get out of the wedding industry, because otherwise you're booked for 2 years in advance. And we're
Right.
like, well, can't do this anymore.
But so yeah, we're doing that. We're going to Paris. We're leaving soon for that. What else this week happened? Anything
exciting? We went to San Diego and we sat in lots of traffic. So I have cousins who live in San Diego, and it was my younger cousin's birthday. And so we were like, oh, we'll take him to brunch. I don't know. It depends on what time you leave to San Diego, but like there's one road once you get, I guess, closer. And there was an accident, and we just sat in traffic for what, like 3 hours?
Yeah, it should have been like an hour and a half drive, and it was 3 hours. Didn't help that I didn't have a fucking rear view mirror either. By the way, like, whatever. It's just like the fact that I still can't fix it. I just have to like wait.
That's what you get.
I know.
I still don't understand how you did it. I still don't think that that's the true story.
I played soccer my whole life. I'm like really good at like heading balls. but but like what I meant, like I'm good at like heading stuff. I'm good at giving head.
But specifically balls.
I'm saying I have like a strong forehead. So like
yeah,
I could take anything out. I can get anything off, whatever, you know? So yeah, that's that.
Moving on.
That's whatever. So yeah, that's our week. Got to see a screening. That was cool.
Yes. Yeah. So we made some filmmaker friends here in the area. We clicked with them like right away, and they invited us to a short film screening, and it is for an Oscar-nominated short film. It was so good.
So was it Irish Goodbye?
An Irish Goodbye, I think. Yeah.
It was 23 minutes, and it was awesome.
It like really inspired me to start thinking about like we could make a short film.
I know.
I mean, I don't know.
They shot that in
4 days, 5 days.
4 or 5 days.
But the thing that's so inspiring about that is how they can go through an entire character development, or like, you know, introduce you, like really pack a full story into a 20-minute film.
Right.
I mean, it's basically what we do for TikToks.
True.
You know, we do it in 30
seconds.
seconds.
We're the same, you know.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
We're basically like Oscar winners for TikTok.
They need to start an Oscar section for TikToks.
Sure. Give us something.
Maybe we would win.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so that was still cool. Like we went to like a showing in the middle of the day that we got invited to. It was so random. And he's just like meeting people.
Networking.
So like being in LA, it's crazy.
There's so many creative people here. It's just inspiring.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, good for you.
It keeps us motivated.
You did it.
So.
Because we know how much work goes into just like a fucking TikTok. Can you imagine a film? No.
I know.
And that's why when you think about it, like movies take as long as they do. Jeez. Should we jump into our questions?
I don't have them, so I hope you have them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we also got a new laptop, guys.
Ooh.
It's nice and sleek and cute and beautiful. Quickie number 1. How to become more likable. Sincerely, a little uptight.
I am the wrong person to ask.
I was going to say, I was going to actually give advice on this.
You should answer this because everyone likes you.
No, not everyone likes me, but I do think that, come on, John. Seriously. But I do think that you can go along the path of trying to be more likable, but you have to know at the end of the day, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone is going to like you.
I feel like that would make people like you less. Like you're a tryhard.
Well,
just be yourself. Be you, which is going to make you happier.
Yeah.
And then you'll attract the people that are attracted to your real personality. Then you don't have to try and live this fucking lie.
Right. But there are books, like I read How to Make Friends and Influence People, which was nothing about actually making friends, but it was more on like business and sales and just communication.
Like active listening.
Yeah.
And
like how to be a better listener, a better communicator. And so that's a good book I could recommend if like you do want to be more likable.
Well, those are tools that you should have. I mean, that's not like changing your personality. That's just like being a better person. I think
ultimately expressing interest in other people, like asking them more about themselves, and then inherently.
No one wants to hear your fucking life story, by the way. And like, if you're telling your life story within like a couple minutes, like
no. If it's unprompted, but like I genuinely like learning about other people.
No. I'm saying if you're that person though that like tells their life story in like 2 to 3 minutes,
I'm John,
and just ramp off.
I'm a TikToker. I'm a head butter.
I would never say TikTok head butter.
A ball butter.
I'm a ball butter.
Header.
Ball butter.
What did you say?
I had balls.
I don't remember how
They're headers, like, 50-50s.
Right. Yeah.
It's a soccer term.
So that's how you would introduce yourself.
You wouldn't get it. You played soccer for like...
I played soccer, and then I had to decide between dance and soccer. And I said, you know what? I don't want a scholarship, so I'm going to go with dance.
But you were a good dancer.
You wouldn't even know.
I went to your like alumni thing at NC State.
Oh, that's true. I guess
I was
did.
like,
but,
blacked out.
That's not real dancing. That's like we have like our pom poms and our cadences. Like real dancing is like in Daytona Beach competition.
You know, you're right. I haven't seen you dance, or even like we don't even dance together. If we were like. We don't go clubbing.
You danced with me in the kitchen yesterday.
I did.
That was nice.
I had a couple drinks
you were
in me.
Drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, we were shooting this ad, and I was like drinking the product. I'm like, eh. But even like when we used to like go out to the bars and stuff and dancing, Alex and I, we're like such individual dancers. Like we dance by ourselves.
I think like our motions are too big that we just like are too animated for each other, and then I end up just like competing with people on the dance floor.
This girl, this one time, I guess was like hitting on me or something. And like Alex, I thought she was going to fight her on the dance floor. And instead of fighting, they had a dance battle.
I go, you bitch, dance battle.
It was like, I'm like, what am I watching? And then Alex, to win, she ends up jumping on the floor and doing the worm. And when I say this bar was packed and grungy and disgusting, she's like in like the mud. And like doing this.
I like was getting splashed in the face with beer, but then
the commitment.
But then I ended it with a split, and I won.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I held your purse. I was so proud of you.
So sore the next day. I was like,
that was awesome though.
My chest, because I have no cushion here, was just bruised.
Your muscle.
Yeah. No bones.
Don't say that about yourself.
It's not a lie, John. Like you don't have to.
I'm building you up.
Lie.
I'm building you up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So if you want to be more likable, you can do that. But also don't
stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself. Yeah. Like not everyone's gonna like you. Quickie 2. My husband recently lost several front teeth. I realize it's shallow, but I can't help it. It bothers me a lot. He doesn't want to get them fixed though, because he has a fear of the dentist. Suggestions on how to convince him without hurting his feelings.
No one wants to say like, I don't want to be shallow, but I mean, fuck, if you got to kiss him every day.
I think too, like that's not even just how it looks. Like that could ultimately be dangerous for
damaging your gums, all
like
that.
Maybe ask him what it is about the dentist that is scaring him and make the appointment. Like sometimes, John, like it's not because I'm afraid of doctors. I'm just like too fucking lazy. But I did make a dental appointment today.
Finally.
Because my jaw is fucked up. But I think, again, you just have to explain the reasons why and maybe ask him why he's afraid of the dentist. But express your concerns that, I mean, for you, I guess you
What's
did
your
say,
concern? Yeah. You're just like, I'm not turned on by you because your teeth aren't, there anymore. I mean, that's terrible. If you guys have been together, like you shouldn't have any problem being like, "Hey, babe,
you got
to fix your teeth." Like that shouldn't be a problem. But like, if you guys are like walking on eggshells, like you're nervous about that, something else is going on. I mean, you should be able to have like free convo.
But also, does he like this look of losing his front teeth being gone? Like, I don't know. You just have to ask him why.
I just hate that you just said that because it's like we have to cover our bases because we don't want to be like, maybe he likes this. Like we know he doesn't like this. No one likes their teeth blown out.
The fear of the dentist then?
It could be that. It could be finances because it is expensive. That's a different story. But if you're just like scared of the dentist, come on. You got to get your you got to get your teeth. They'll
give you a sticker fixed if you ask. And you usually get a free toothbrush when you go.
None of this is helping.
John, again, we're not here to like give the best advice.
Just go get your fucking teeth fixed if you can.
If you can. Anyway, quick question number 3. Quickie 3. What advice?
Wait, did we give her advice?
No, we didn't. I
feel like because obviously this is like what we need. Like this is obviously she's concerned about it. She's like, what do I do? So what does she do?
I know. I said ask him what his concerns are with the dentist.
Okay, if he just walls her like, I just don't want to go. I'm scared of the dentist.
Then make the appointment for him and be like, I'll go with you.
So you're going to go around him?
I would. If it was you, like you do that for me sometimes. You're like, bitch, I made you an appointment. You're coming with me to get blood work done because I don't know what your cholesterol looks like. And mine is perfect.
Of course it is.
But yeah, like I don't care to do that for myself. So I just won't, but like it's important to you that I have good cholesterol.
That's so scary.
But I didn't eat 10 hash browns from McDonald's for 4 years in a row like you did. So
I didn't know any better.
How did you not know? John tells me that when he worked, where were you working?
I was a vocational.
He worked close to McDonald's though. And for lunch, he said every day for, was it 4 years?
It was just 2.
Just 2 years. Consistently, he would get 10 hash browns from McDonald's and eat them every day. That's enough calories and fat.
It was 2 for 1. I'm not going to not eat them. It's 2 for 1.
When you like complain about your cholesterol and you're like, it's
You also forgot I got 4 breakfast burritos because they were on the $1 menu too.
Oh my God. Again, this is why you have high cholesterol and why I don't.
Anyways, sorry.
It's never too late. It's never too late. We're working.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. Your numbers have
I'm
improved.
eating fruit.
I mean, no, you.
Yeah, I just had a fucking banana.
That's like the first.
Can we talk about that for a second? Like, I know that you're gonna have to take care of me when I'm older. Like, as far as like, I'm scared that my memory is gonna go. I have to put in the calendar. You know what was in my calendar today? It was a notification about it said eat banana. It said eat banana in my calendar. And you know why? Because I was so scared that they were going to go rotten because I forgot to do it yesterday. Because you have it in the bowl.
You know what we should do? Freeze them and make banana bread.
I don't want fucking banana bread.
Or freeze them and then put them in smoothies.
That's what it is.
I mean, I won't eat them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But yeah.
Freeze them and then I could just chop them up.
Yeah, then you don't have to like worry about
Okay.
Eating all of them.
Boom. Problem solving. Good job. Fuck banana bread though. Anyways.
You don't like banana bread?
Not really.
Oh my God.
Alex, you can't have bananas. You have like an allergic reaction. Why are you even eating bananas?
Because I like banana flavored things. I still like them. They make my stomach hurt and I throw up, but I really do like them flavored. The flavor of them.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, quickie 3. What advice would you give to someone who has been in a relationship for 9+ years and the boyfriend still has not proposed, even though you have obviously stated that that's what you wanted in the future?
How long are you going to wait? Like, how long are you going to stay with this person? If you have made it clear to him that you want to get married and he's not doing anything about it, then basically it's on you for just...
Well, I think that like if you have, and also how old are you? Like, were you dating when you were 12? Like, are you together for 9 years after that? Not that age really has much to do with it.
I think that's irrelevant.
But I think sometimes like you start dating in high school, like 9 years like can go by and you're still maybe not where you want to be in life. And that's what it is. Like
if you're 18 or older, you're technically an adult. I mean, you're an adult, so you're making adult choices. You want to get married. That's your life, your prerogative. You've made it very clear to your partner what you want. And if he's just brushing it off, he's obviously not concerned about your feelings or what's important to you. So what does she do from there is what she's saying. She's obviously said it to him multiple times. So
I don't think setting an ultimatum is
it's not an ultimatum.
Yeah.
It's you're apparently not a priority. What you want and how you feel, you're not a priority.
I wouldn't say that. That you're not a priority. I just think that sometimes people have goals in life that they want to achieve before taking the next step with their partner. And
okay,
like,
so
as long as you're both aligned on that, like that's okay.
They're not aligned though. So either she's being selfish or he's being selfish. She's being selfish that she wants to get married and maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's made that clear to her, like, I don't want to get married. So it's like, all right, you're the one that's staying with him then. Or he's selfish because like he has his career goals and maybe he's like stringing her along. I don't know, like he doesn't want to get married until he does whatever he wants to accomplish, you know? So it's just like...
That's what I said.
I'm saying both of them, like basically communication needs to go to the next step. You've already had the initial convo. Now you have to, I don't know, have another conversation. Like, what are we doing here? Like, obviously I have a priority and you have a priority and it looks like it's not aligning. So what are we going to do from here?
You just have to express your needs. You know, like you have things that you want to do in life and expectations. And again, I just think that if you guys have a common goal of like why you want to push off getting married, like what are his reasons, you know? And I think that's what you have to dive into is ask, why? Why do you want to wait? Like, what is taking so long?
Right.
Next quickie. I see you guys wearing Give It To Me Straight shirts and hoodies. Where can I buy it? Thanks. Nowhere. What did we do? We started merch when we launched the pod.
It was too complicated for us. We couldn't figure it out.
So we just need someone to help us with it. And then maybe one day we'll bring back the merch. But those were sample pieces that we had gotten when we first started.
2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that.
I think 2021 when we started season
Basically,
1.
I don't want to do no effort on our end. Just like slap our name on it.
We have too much other stuff going on that we were like, we can't be measuring the weight and adding
the taxes that were so confusing. I'm like, so if he buys one shirt, it's this. And then it's like, I have to calculate.
If it's a shirt and a mug, but what weight is the mug?
I barely pass statistics. There's no way I could do anything with math.
So we just need help in that. So until we have someone that we can outsource in that department, we'll keep you guys posted. Last quickie. When you get married, it's a hugely exciting time of your life. You go on your honeymoon and just have the best few weeks of your life. Coming back into regular life and routine is hard. How did you get over the post-wedding blues?
We did not have post-wedding blues.
I think I had.
Did you?
I had post-wedding anxiety like the day after because I think there's so much going on, and then it's you spend so much time planning your wedding day, and then it's done within hours, and then you wake up and you're like, I didn't see everyone, I didn't talk to people as much as I wanted to. Did everyone have fun? Did I make my rounds? Like you just start thinking about all the things that like went wrong or could have gone wrong, or
that's so funny because mine was relief.
Of course, because you didn't plan.
No. I just think anyone, like, it's relief. Like, no one fell in the pool. There was no, like, there was a
Which
little
I
drama, but not, like, a lot of drama. And then, like, it just, everyone seemed to have a good time. And I'm just glad, like. But then we also had a wedding the next week. Well, yeah, we didn't have time.
Because we didn't go on our honeymoon right away. Because we were wedding filmmakers, we had weddings the week before, the week after. And it was peak wedding season. We got married in September, and in New York, everyone gets married in September and October. So we were booked. I think our last wedding was in December, the first week, and then we went on our honeymoon the day after we filmed our last wedding. But yeah, I think keep yourself busy and just reflect on what a great time it was. I mean, now you have this new chapter in your life that is super exciting. So it's just a new page for you. So there's no reason to have the blues, but I do understand. But like
I get, like, I know that's like such a pivotal moment in your life, and like you're growing up, getting excited for your wedding. I just feel like that's a lot of.
Well, and you can spend 1 year to 2 years planning your wedding, and then when it's done, you're like,
now what? Yeah,
yeah, and then it's over. That's why I do feel like I lean more towards having a smaller destination wedding that you could turn into an event weekend. Because like 6 hours of a wedding is just not enough. It's just not enough. You're like,
I think
bitch.
it was plenty.
Yeah, I was over it. All right, moving on.
Big question one.
So my husband and I have been together for 7 years now. After around 2 years, he stopped saying thank you when I would do things like cook dinner or bring him lunch. When I asked him about it, he said it's implied. I'm not saying every little thing I do he should say thank you for, but I think you should still appreciate one another. Or am I just being ridiculous?
The fact that he said implied, the guy's got some nuts on him. Who's like, it's implied?
Right? Like, and I know that John's love language is words of affirmation.
You better fucking 100%. Say, thank you for doing the laundry, John.
Yeah, no, but I just think it's natural to just say thank you to your partner. It should be.
Well, I think it just depends on like the situation and scenario. Like if you and I are just busy doing a bunch of shit and I'm
not saying thank you for every little thing.
No. But it's like if I'm doing stuff and you're not doing anything, then I'm like, she better say fucking.
No, but even when I am doing something, like if I'm editing and you're cooking dinner, you bring it over to, I'm like, thank you for cooking dinner. And you're like, thank you for doing
But
work.
I guess that just wouldn't bother me if you didn't say anything. Because like we're both working. And that's just how my mind works. I'm like, we're both doing stuff. Like I don't expect you to say thank you. But if you're not doing anything and I'm doing something, you better fucking say thank you.
It's just being considerate of your partner. That's it. Just like respecting your partner. But I do think some people don't, if that's not his love language, he might not need to feel appreciated for the things that he does. So he might not feel like he has to reciprocate. So I think having the conversation and say, this is how I feel loved from you is by you telling me.
Also, it's like you get used to it, right? So I'm not saying this isn't a good thing, but like you get used to
people doing
For example,
things for you.
Alex and I, and she could whatever because she does a bunch of other stuff. But like, I am officially the laundry man in the house. Alex does not touch a fucking single piece of clothing in the laundry, and I do it all the time. And I think Alex is just so used to it now. So it's like you get numb to it, right?
But I always
But that
say
awareness
thank
needs
you.
to be brought. No, you don't. For laundry, you never do.
Yes, I do.
You fucking never do. Ever.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And do you say thank you for editing those TikToks?
Sometimes, but
no,
not all
you
the time.
don't. No, you don't. You go, this one wasn't that good. That's what you say.
I have very good input.
And I go, well, how would you make it better, John? I don't know. It's just okay. I'm like, cool. Well, you were in it. You fuck.
No, yesterday I was like, it'd be good if we could bring the like montage of you, thinking about vacation.
But that's not what the script, that's not what the brand approved of.
Whatever.
So.
I'm just saying I gave input. Either way, I'm
Great.
just saying, like, you know how it does get like numbing.
Yes,
so
of course.
It needs to
but
be
I don't
redirected.
think you need to go around thanking someone for every little thing that they do.
Right.
But I do think that it's important to still recognize what your
Yes.
partner is doing for you and how you're both contributing to the team to make each other's lives easier. But I think, again, it's just expressing that. Like, even though you said that you have and he said it's implied, that's when you say, no, the fuck it's not. And it's important to you. And you need to express that it's important to you.
Right. So, going through these questions yesterday, and I was talking to Alex about this. I was also drinking. And I'm like, wow, like we get hundreds and hundreds of questions. And I'm like, we're so appreciative of that. And it's just crazy that
everyone wants to tell us their problems.
Yeah.
And
I'm
get our advice.
And now I'm like, man, we actually have to like try to give good advice.
We're doing our best,
We're
John.
doing our
Don't
best.
put that pressure on us.
But I feel for everyone. It's like everyone has something going on in their life.
Oh,
Even
for sure.
us, it's just like,
I mean, too, the fact that it's anonymous, it makes it so much easier. Like, maybe I should start writing into our own podcast.
maybe. But it just goes to show like we all are so similar.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone has.
Besides some of these
has
questions I heard, I
shit
was like,
going on.
holy
yeah,
fuck.
I know. I'm
They're
like,
like off
we're going
the
to
wall.
get to one that I see that you pulled, and I'm like, okay. Actually, it's this question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, wait, it's the next one. All right.
I'm ready.
Big question, too.
Let me read it.
No.
I want to read it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
No,
something.
let me tell you something.
I'm going to read it because I want you to respond, like, initially.
I want you
Even
to
though-
respond.
No,
Okay.
you can respond. Since you pulled this
Cool.
question, I'm sure
Go.
that you have something. All right. I'm currently engaged to my current... How many times are we going to say current? I'm currently engaged to my current 3-year-long girlfriend, and we've been nothing but great. There's only one thing, though, that I would like to potentially achieve. I've hinted at possibly watching her have sex with another guy in front of me, and although she doesn't say no, she also doesn't say yes. How can I see if this will go anywhere while making sure she feels respected and valued at the same time?
I don't know how much I have to say about this, except for the fact that I was reading this and I did not see that left turn that this question was taking as I was reading it. I was like, whoa.
Well, because you see I'm currently engaged,
right.
and you're like, oh, what relationship? But I mean, okay.
I think you need to be very careful where like you both better be cool with it because this can end really, really bad.
So that's the thing. I think people often like feel embarrassed about their kinks because it's a very vulnerable place to open up to your partner. But with this type of kink, you're now introducing a third party, which I think is more complicated, or like
right, it's a different personality.
Right.
It's a different
right. Like there's just a lot more at stake here. Because I know that if John asked me that, I wouldn't just say no, but it would make me question our relationship. I would be like, what?
Oh, because I've never like ever insinuated or like.
But that's also just us. Like, and again, you have to stay true to like who you are, and I guess like what you like in the bedroom.
Also,
but I think
how did you hint to her and like, what do you mean? Like she didn't say yes, but she didn't say no. Like what was actually, did he say he implied?
He said, I've hinted at possibly watching her have sex with another guy in front of me. And although she doesn't say no,
I wish you like said in more detail exactly.
It's something like this you can't just be vague about. I feel like you have to be pretty
like,
direct.
what did you say?
But also you have to like, this is a risk, and you have to go in knowing that this is a risk that she might potentially say no, and she might potentially walk away. from your relationship.
Or she might say yes.
She might say fucking yes.
You guys are both in for a good time.
And then it's a win-win.
I think you need to do a little more research, homie.
I think also, have you guys ever had a threesome before? Like, has there
Obviously
any?
not.
Well, no, because her having sex with another guy in front of him is different than like what a threesome could look like. Like another girl could have been involved. Another guy still could have been involved at some other point. I don't know. I just think that tread lightly.
This could go really good or
really bad.
Horribly.
I know. I don't have any advice other than
his question really is like, how do I ask her, basically?
Right.
So like, he's gonna ask her either way. What should we tell him to say?
Well, and also he said, how can I see if this will go anywhere while making sure she feels respected and valued at the same time?
Which is nice.
Yes, we love.
That's so kind of you.
A kind, thoughtful fiance.
I don't think there's an easy way of like breaking the ice on this. You're just gonna be like, yo, can I watch you smash someone?
Also, like who would you bring in to be like, would it be your best
maybe
friend,
like
your brother?
Maybe start watching like porn where it's like somebody's watching two other people having sex and just like look at her and see if she likes it or not, you know? Slowly.
That is actually not a bad idea. I feel like
I am full of great ideas. I am full of great ideas.
You could?
Yeah, I almost choked on my own saliva.
Because you could see and just be like, I wonder how that guy feels.
Exactly.
Knowing that his girlfriend's getting smashed.
You know, how you just did that, I'm going way off topic. Just remind me of watching the movie 300 with my dad.
Is it because I had these sleeves?
No, how you just said it and you did like the elbow bump. Watching sex scenes with parents, at least for me.
No, even with each other.
No.
Sex scenes are fine, but we can't watch porn with one another. We talked about that.
Yeah, we tried. But like sex scenes with parents is got to be one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever done. Dad and I go see 300 and there's a sex scene, like, I don't know, like right before he goes off to war and it like keeps going, like fading in to like fade in and out of black, you know? And he's like, ooh. And like, so this whole scene's going. I don't even know how long it was. It felt like 10 minutes. And during it, my dad turns to me and he just starts having a regular convo with me.
Hey, Johnny boy.
He elbow nudges me. He's like, so like, what are you doing on Tuesday? And I'm like, what? Like, we're having a convo right now in the movie theater. And then like a little bit of time goes by.
This wasn't at home. This
was in the movie theater. And then like a minute or two goes by, looks at me again. And he's like, those aren't real. I mean, it's just like so awkward. You know, I'm like, just please.
Parents.
Let's get through this. Don't talk. Don't look at me. Don't touch me.
And we are not going to discuss this after.
Oh, I know. I don't know why you just said, when you said that made me think of that, but sorry. Anyways.
Well, I think, again, you can gauge what her reaction is about that type of activity when you maybe look at it. That's not a bad idea.
That's one way.
Yeah.
Or the other way is just rip the Band-Aid and just ask her.
Yeah. And then you ask
but you
her
could say in a way like
how she would feel respected. And maybe you say, your pick, girlfriend. Who do you want to fuck? You know?
Man, or...
Because obviously...
I mean, really though, what if she was like, he's like, hey, I would really like to watch you, you know, have sex with somebody else. Like, what if she was just totally caught off guard by that? Like, he's fucked then.
I
right?
know, that's what I'm saying.
If she's like no,
it is not...
then she'd be like, who are you?
Incorporating or introducing a new kink that it's just you two. That's what I'm saying. This is a very risky...
So here, what's the safest thing he could do? I think you do a little more research. Don't, you know, pull the gun out yet with this convo with her. Maybe do the porn thing. Maybe just see if she's a little more into it. I don't know. Like, just slow down.
Pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes a little bit. I think you do that first. Cool.
But also, you know, don't be completely blindsided if she's not down and it affects your relationship.
But don't hide your kink though either. Like, if that's what you like, that's what gets you off, man. Shit.
You do you. Next question. I've been with my hubby for 5 years now, and I am starting to look at my future. I'm unsure if I want to have kids with him. He's an amazing partner, but I don't think he would be a good father. He doesn't put in the same amount of effort I do around the house, and I feel like if we do have kids together, I'll be stuck raising them on my own while he's on the sidelines. I've told him how I felt, and every time he doesn't have much to say. What should I do?
This seems like very common. Seems very common.
What?
I don't know. Like
about like
I feel
helping,
like I hear about this a lot.
Like, you mean in
the
regards
one partner's
to
not like contributing. We have friends, like it's same. It's just similar. It's very common. It's just a very common thing.
And we talked about this in either last episode or the one before about like the mental load. And if that's like what you're discussing, because if like, again, if you're both doing things, but like if he's contributing to your household in one way, whether that's financially or building things or maybe like outside of the house, and you're talking about like inside of the house, like I think you also have to look at what he is doing and contributing. Like, are some of these things that you could outsource, like getting help around the house, or, you know, I just feel like sometimes we can implement things to make our lives easier to free up time for everyone.
That's not something a lot of people can do though.
No,
so like,
but also
I think more so like what you said in the beginning, what is he contributing? And then really need to compare and look at it. Like, I think like if outside the home, is he the breadwinner, whatever? Are you the, we don't know.
We've said this before where it's like, you just, as long as you're both doing things together, like at the same time, they don't have to be, you know, I don't think you can't keep score, because ultimately you're just going to burn out and become resentful. But when you say you've been with your hubby for 5 years, you're looking at your future and you're unsure if you want to have kids with them, I just feel like that's deeper than just like they're not helping around the house. Like, I don't think I would have married you, and we don't even know if we want kids, but if I couldn't see you being a father, I don't think that I would have married you. And also, being a good dad doesn't necessarily have to be with contributing to the household chores, because again, you could still outsource that type of stuff if you can. But like, again, how is he contributing? Like, I don't think that those are necessarily qualities of what makes someone a good father, or what could make someone a good father.
Right. I agree. I still go off of the mindset of, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. Like, if you're thinking about it, like,
I just think that there's other things that you're maybe not realizing why you
that
don't
are bothering
see him,
you besides that.
Yeah, being a good father. You're like, oh, he doesn't help out around the house and it will all be stuck on me. Okay, but like, what else? Because those are things that like you can...
I don't know. You don't think like that just... Like, oh, I've seen questions where they're like, I love my husband. He doesn't do anything wrong, but he doesn't clean the fucking toilet. Like the toilet, where it's just the toilet. That's the only thing. But one thing can eat at you.
For sure.
And grow and fester, you know? So maybe there is another
because you don't want to parent. You don't want to have to, like, again, we've said this before. You don't want to have to take on the mental load of like taking care of everything and then throw kids into the mix. It's not going to be easier. So those are things to consider when having kids. Is the responsibility, the load of everything is just going to multiply. But I think that that's something that, I don't know, I would have like known before marrying someone.
Okay, so what does she do? That's tough, because it's like, that's down the road. I maybe more focused like in the now. What's going on in the now?
I think you just have to look at the solutions. Like, how can you start helping? How can you have
the discussion?
How can you get
problem
him to start
solve,
helping out around the house now before you have kids? And maybe say that, like, does he want kids as well? And then be like, if we do have kids in the future, like, this is what we're going to have to do together as a team in order to get there. Like, I'm not willing to have kids with you until XYZ. Like, just with anything. Like, if someone was struggling with alcohol in your relationship, like, you'd be like, I'm not having kids with you until you get this under control.
Right.
Like, or we're not moving to the next step. Like, tackle one thing at a time. And again, if he's not willing to change, or if you guys don't find a solution to that, I think you cross that bridge when you get there. But
because I think small steps and feeling like, because you could tell off of these small steps if it's going to work or not, and seeing like positive results, and then basing it off of that, I think. Cool.
Hopefully now, I don't fucking know.
Another poor attempt at giving advice from John and Alex.
I think
we're trying.
It boils down to communication. Like,
yes.
Talk about it. Be like, you gotta
Alex, you already said this.
I know, but that's what it is. It's like, maybe we just answer every question with just that.
Just say communication, and then it's like 5 minutes total.
Yeah, we just sit there. Communication. Maybe we just have a communication song. It's not.
I think people just need to hear it, because every situation is a little different, and like you get in your own way, right? And you're like in your feelings and your thoughts, and just hearing an outsider say something that's as simple as communication,
but it's
probably
easier,
helps.
But sometimes just saying a blanket statement of communication is easier said than done. You know?
But like we're breaking down the questions and we're problem solving together where it's like, this is what it comes down to. It's fucking communication. It's good to have an outsider view on it.
No, but how do you cool communication? Like, then what? Like, how are you communicating with your partner? Like, I think you need to
establish.
What are the solutions here?
Have the conversation. You also need to set goals. I think goals that are attainable goals to work on. Like maybe when, you get home, you empty the dishwasher or something simple, like to kind of feel like he's contributing. But again, we don't know everything. What is he contributing now?
Right.
So
yeah,
having conversation, setting goals, pros and cons.
And
if it's that bad, you can have an outside source come in as a mediator. You can you do couples therapy. There's so many
but expressing ultimately your needs and what you need from your partner in order to feel comfortable moving into the next chapter of your life.
Right.
Because otherwise it'll just be super stressful for you and not a fun time. Because it's already going to be a huge transition. So best of luck. Okay, next question. I love my boyfriend very much. And honestly, he is so close to perfect. But we've had some major bumps in the road because he tends to have wandering eyes. We've had some pretty big fights about this. Why are you laughing?
Just are you that not self-aware of where your wife is when you're looking,
They're dating.
Your girlfriend is. Everybody knows you don't look. You don't fucking look.
Hold on. We'll get to it. We've had some pretty big fights about this, and I'm not sure how to solve. Can you shut the fuck up?
Sorry, just rookie mistake. Keep going.
Oh my gosh. We've had some pretty big fights about this, and I'm not sure how to solve or even go about this issue. Here's a quick recap on the last time he did this. We went to a comedy show and sat with another couple at a table. The girl who was sitting across from him was staring him down. She was a cute girl, and he could not help but look back. He had this annoying smirk, but then he tried to be overly mushy with me, and that was annoying. During this whole comedy show, he just kept looking over at her, and so was she. There was no actual conversation that took place, but still super embarrassing and also just frustrating. This has also happened on vacations and at social gatherings. Any tips, advice, please help.
I wonder why he was overly mushy with her. Did he know he was getting caught? Then he was like, I'm going to compensate.
I think he probably was like, oh, fuck, in the moment, let me be
But then she said he was mushy with her, but then continued. So,
yeah. It was probably just he forgot. What
do you always say though? It's you can look at the menu.
Or no, you can window shop, but you can't buy.
Right. I think that's what your dad said.
The thing is, yeah, my dad does say that. And my mom's hot. But I just feel for me in relationships, if I see a hot girl, I'm more power to her. And I point her out to you usually where I'm damn.
That's a good teammate.
She's beautiful. Yeah. But if
I see a guy, I'm hot damn.
Yeah. But I do think though that if you were making it a thing where because there's a difference between appreciating someone's beauty and then eye fucking them,
right?
And smizing across a bar or when you're with if I saw you giving flirty eyes to someone at across the bar,
yeah, that's a problem. I mean, I'll be damn, she's hot.
Okay, but if you continue I fuck
you
this
acknowledge
girl,
and then you move on.
Yeah.
Let's clear the air. Elephant in the room. There's a hot dude or a hot chick here, and I think we look at them. We've had this convo before too. We appreciate people who are hot or in shape or whatever because it's we work our asses. We work out every single day,
and we're just not that hot. I'm still
we're
just average.
We're average people, and it's how the fuck do you get to the next level? We know how you get to the next level.
Fillers.
Roids, everything.
You have such a different idea of what that is. And I'm Botox.
Whatever.
Fillers. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
Dr. Miami.
watching what you eat is a full-time job. All the stuff to be beautiful or attractive
yeah.
or in shape is
it's expensive, it's time consuming, it's a lot of effort, frankly.
So we look at that from that standpoint. I'm not just looking at somebody from
okay, but there are some unicorns who are just naturally
right.
fucking effortlessly beautiful.
Fucking assholes.
But again, there's a difference again between appreciating someone being an attractive person and then actively, that's flirting. You're flirting with them. If you're still like,
you're attention seeking.
Yeah.
So why are you attention? How long have they been together?
I think she said 2. Actually, I don't think she said. No, she just said. She didn't say.
They're just together.
She didn't say. Yeah.
It's attention-seeking behavior that he's doing. So
this is a red flag for me. I don't know if it's enough to make me leave, but it
needs to be addressed.
Yes.
Because how would that make you feel? You know, like how would that make him feel if you were doing that?
Did she say she's brought this up before? Oh, she said they've had some pretty big fights about it. So the fact that you've already had this conversation, it's been brought up in fights, you've argued about it, and he's still doing it. Like if that's what he's doing in front of you, and again, they didn't have a conversation, but I just feel like if you're gonna be overly flirty with someone in front of your significant other, what are you doing when they're not there? And you were there with another couple.
Was he doing flirty eyes with the couple that they were with?
No. Like they were on a double date, and then he was like flirting with the girl at the comedy club.
Yeah, I would hate that feeling if I was her. So
it's just that's a huge walking red flag. I don't trust your boyfriend. You said he's close to perfect, but like those are some things, like those are some major things.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
But also, dude, fucking rookie mistake. I'm just gonna like, even if you're gonna check someone out, like I'm always aware where Alex is.
You're always checking people out.
I'm always checking people out. I am a people watcher, but like, if there's a hot chick and Alex is around me, I make it a point. Quick glance. I'm just kidding.
Dude, again, like I don't care. That stuff, like, but
just acknowledge. Don't be rude. It's fucking rude. Yeah.
Like, would you try to eye fuck her though?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Like, there's a difference. I don't care if like you turn and look. Like I'm looking too, but it's you trying to flirt and like make it known. Like I see you, girl. I see you. We're locking eyes. There's a difference.
Fucking what a chode. Anyways.
Chode. So what's your advice for her though? I think it's a matter of expressing.
Well, if it's been expressed. It has to be because she's like, it's been happened on vacation, all this stuff. It's already happened. He's obviously continuously doing it.
Oh yeah, no. At this point, I would be like, you have one more chance, and then at that point, I don't even know if I would.
That's
give
an ultimatum.
Chance.
I mean,
an ultimatum though. But I mean, it's like because it's not like he's physically cheating. It's flirting. Like
I think
the
only way to get to him, because ultimatums won't work. That's like a personality trait that he has, is like attention seeking. So he's an attention seeking person from women, whatever. The only way I would say to get through to him is like really telling him how you feel, as far as like if you came up to me and you're like, I am just like, am I not enough for you? Like how this makes me feel, and just like really being true to him, like how you feel about it.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking snack.
Not even a fucking joking way, but like that would destroy me, because I would feel so horrible
for hurting me.
Like for hurting you, and like I wouldn't come at him in an angry manner. I would come at him with like just like you're just disappointed and like sad about it.
The word disappointed is always straight to the heart.
I mean,
you're like,
no, that's more of like a parent thing. I think the sad thing. If you
like,
came up to me and like you were sad, anytime you're sad, it kills me. So like I think that's the route to take.
Just make
and then if that doesn't fucking work, like if he doesn't feel bad or guilty,
but they've already thought about it. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying she probably went into it in like guns loaded. Take a different approach.
You're like, just let him know.
Come from your heart with it, is what I'm saying.
But I'm sure she has.
We don't know.
We don't know. We're just assuming.
Okay, so that's the advice. Leave it there, because I don't think there's any better advice we can give than that, because I'm the best. So,
wow, John, great. Fabulous job.
I did.
Killed it.
For the core.
From the core. I'm disappointed in you.
Just destroy me.
But it's not actually cheating. So that's another, if we actually want to talk about it. Like, it's not like he's really, like, you know.
I never said anything about leaving him. I just said the first thing you need to do is have that convo.
Right.
In a sad, depressed way.
In a sad way. either way, it's just, I feel like unacceptable behavior in a relationship.
Cool. I feel like Alex always has to get the last word. She's like, in conclusion, I'm going to say, like, fuck.
Let's jump into our icks.
Also, somebody did say that it would be nice if we ended with saying something nice to each other. So maybe we should say something nice at the end. I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck about that. Let's do our icks.
The thing is, it's like,
this is our therapy session.
We always say nice things to each other. Like, right.
Our icks are just funny. Like, it would be really awkward if I did like a really mean ick. Well, like, we're not going to do like...
Do you like my straight hair?
Yes. I think you look really good. Again, I don't understand the dress code for this. Stop looking so nice and I look like a trash can.
It's not like I'm not dressing to try to match you.
And it's cold in here and you have like this little tube top thing on.
It's not a tube top.
It's cold in here.
I'm getting ready for vacation, John.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I never...
It's going to be raining in Paris.
I'm talking about Mexico.
We're going there too. And that's not vacation. That's another thing we're doing for work.
Oh no. Your life is so hard, John.
I'm just saying we're working
too. Are you hating on me for just like
I'm saying you're pretty.
Good.
I'm saying you're beautiful.
But you have to do it like with a backhanded compliment. You're like,
I know.
why are you gonna dress like that?
It is hard for me to give
fuck you.
It's hard for me to just give a straight compliment. No, I actually did it last time. I said, hey,
you usually do, but then it's like sometimes
This is why we don't give compliments on here because it just doesn't work. So my ick for Alex, and my sister does this too. It's like, or my family in general, we hang out, and before the hangout ends, you got to plan the next thing.
I don't do that. And it's just all the time.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Well, if it's open convo, then you're like, yes.
For sure.
And then Alex puts us in these situations where we've committed to plans and then we can't do them. And then she like wants me to be like, hey, you need to tell him we can't do anything. Not all the time, but she still does. When I'm like, all these plans happen because you're the one who fucking makes them. And then I know your rebuttal is, if you don't make any plans, John, then we won't do anything.
If we don't make plans, nothing happens. You don't make plans. And then we're sitting around and I'm like, I want to hang out with friends. And then you're like, we'll make plans. And then when I do make plans, you're like, why the fuck would you make plans?
You're making plans without talking to me
Oh
first.
my God, that is a lie. I do talk to you. And then I put it in the calendar because you need to see everything.
Eat banana.
Yeah, eat banana.
I also put in the calendar, get spray deodorant. I did that today too.
So no, I'm not gonna, that's a dumb ick, whatever. If that's your ick, that's your ick.
Why are people like that though? You know, it's like, just get through we can talk another time about making plans. Like we don't have to like do it like right there. Like when we're hanging out.
What did our new friend say recently?
I have no idea.
Plan the meeting. At the meeting.
Oh.
What was it?
No, I don't like that.
But it was like plan the next meeting at the meeting. Like it's just friendly, you know? Like when the girl asks,
I think one party, it's more of like an obligation than like a willing participant.
I think you just gotta read the room.
Happen naturally when you call someone and be like, next week, what are you doing? And then like you both are vibing in that moment at least.
You just like want it to be on your own terms. That's what it is. Like you make plans and you don't. Yeah, you make plans and don't tell me about it.
No. First off, I thought I put it in the calendar.
You and I,
dude, fuck technology. First off, I thought I put your name in the calendar.
The difference between you and I is that when I make plans for me, and then I also like to include you. Like you get annoyed when you're like, you're doing this with your girlfriends. Like you don't I don't do anything with my guy friends.
I do not care that you hang out with your girlfriends. Please go.
Plans, you never include me. You're like, it's a boys' day.
Because the only plans I have are I'm either here or I'm with you and couples or girlfriends or whatever. Like
plans.
I did. I make
me like include.
I don't want to
make your own plans and include me.
Why?
Then I don't have to make the plans, and then you can make the plans, and then you can include me.
You have all the girl time you want.
It's not even just girl time. It's just like other friend time. Like when I am making plans for the both of us, no matter what, you don't want to go. But then when you make the plans, I'm never involved. Do you like me?
I never do them. And then I make the plans and I still can't do them. What was the last time I did something?
I don't feel bad for you at all.
Whatever, you know.
You just I think you just like to complain.
Yeah.
You do.
That's who I am. I'm a glass half empty.
your idea, then like it wasn't a good idea. If you thought
that's a lie.
No, that is
when it comes to
it
comes to plans, I don't know, but everything else, I'm not like that. I'm always like, that's a good plan. That's a good TikTok. That's a good whatever the fuck ever.
No. But like when it comes to plans, if like you didn't initially think of it, like I have to try to spin it in a way that you're like,
just trick me.
Yeah, be like, no, John.
We just did a TikTok.
No, I know, but that's what I do naturally. I'm just like, this is going to be more fun for you. Let me tell you why. I basically have to put together a fucking.
I don't know why any of you want to hang out with me, anyways. I'm miserable. Like you guys, I think you guys just like torturing me.
Who's you guys?
You, Cam and Neil's, other like couples we hang out, whatever. It's just like I think it's fun for you guys, like at my expense. Like look at John. It's fun looking at him being miserable.
But why are you miserable, John? I think we all just try to like cut to the core and be like, are you okay?
Ask my parents. I don't know. My dad said my mom said my first word coming out of my mouth was no. It wasn't mom. It wasn't daddy. It was no.
Mine was daddy.
Stop. I also hate that. That's so cringe.
And then it was zaddy.
Daddy. Mommy.
John, I'm just going to continue to include you, and you're just.
Anyways, that's my ick.
That's just called marriage. So.
I know. It's I'm obligated. I know. That's what I tell myself every time we go out.
I tell you every time.
I go,
like,
John, you're married. You have to do this.
No, I'm like, you're not obligated to do anything, and I'm like, I actually don't want you to go. I hate you.
Alex says like you don't have to go, and then within the 24-hour period before we do that task, Alex will give me looks. She'll do this. She'll do.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no. I'm like, you don't have to go.
Yeah, so it's like, it's very passive. You're very fucking passive aggressive about it.
It works.
Anyways, that's my ick.
It's not necessarily healthy.
No, it's not. I feel like there's a better way of communicating that, but that's cool. Whatever. I'm stupid, so I guess it works.
Don't talk about yourself like that. You're not stupid.
What is your ick?
My ick is that no matter what happens in life, you have to make it so dramatic. Like you have to make it the end of the world. Like you drop a napkin on the ground. Or it's like a tragedy happened in Mexico and you're like, we can't go to Mexico. We can't fucking go.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on everywhere. I shouldn't look at the news.
Someone talked about like the earthquake, like this year's the big one in California, and John goes, where's the fault line? Are we on the fault line? I'm like, why are you just have anxiety. You stress about everything. You make everything so stressful.
Enneagram.
Driving, like you worry about everything.
Because you're precious to me.
No,
it is.
That is not.
I don't care about myself.
Not me. That is
if
a lie.
something happened to you, Alex, I would never forgive myself.
You like stub it, like you dropping something or breaking something and then ruining your whole day has nothing to do with me. You knocking the rear view mirror off.
You should have been in the car. When I headbutted the rear view mirror off, people around me were like, is this guy about to commit a crime?
That's what I'm saying, John. I feel like you have a lot of built up anxiety inside of your body and you got to let it out. In therapy.
Stop.
Let's go to not us, because I'm already in therapy by myself. You need to go separate. And
Tune up.
You can vent about me there. That's what's great. Like to my therapist, she knows everything about you.
You better say nice things about me.
I do. Of course.
Okay, cool.
Wait.
I love you.
Let's say one nice thing.
I said you look really good today. You look hot.
But then that was a backhanded compliment.
But now it's a real compliment.
No.
You're hot.
Say something else.
Dude, what? I just did.
No, but like say something different.
Maybe I like your hair like that. It's nice. Straight. You don't normally do that. I never
straighten my hair. I maybe straighten it like 3 times a year.
Yeah, you look good. You look like you're about to go clubbing. You look like you're about to go out. In a good way. I didn't say anything bad. I'm saying like you look good. Ugh, I hate this.
So now I'm a hugger.
I like words of affirmation. I don't like giving words of affirmation. I'd rather just like hug you or something, you know? Say something nice about me.
I don't have any compliments. Thank you for doing the laundry.
God damn it. All right, guys, that is it for today.
Thank you so much for tuning in. 5 stars, guys. Give us those ratings. Share with your friends. Tell us what you love.
Like, and if you subscribe, don't want to email.
Give us 5 stars. Don't just go away. Please.
We'll just do it. Do it anyway. Even if you don't want to, just give us 5 stars anyways.
Thank you. We appreciate it. You could reach us at hello@giveittomestraightpodcast.com. Find us on Instagram at Give It To Me Straight Podcast. And TikTok at Give It To Me Straight, all the things. Give It To Me Straight podcast. All right, guys.
And we'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.